What's good? It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing clinic. Fresh off of NYC, back at home. Checked out New York Fight Week. Michael Cologne, Triple G. Had the streets going crazy, but I really enjoyed New York City. Definitely want to go back there, but the miracle man, Danny Jacobs. Lost a close fight. In my opinion, it was a robbery, but really, a lot of people had it close. Can't call it a legit robbery. Top 10, never again robbery. Never that. But his performance was excellent. And I think it's three guys that he should just consider fighting next. I know a lot of people want the Gennady Golovkin rematch. It's not going to happen. And I don't think Jacobs even needs a rematch to prove what. If you feel you won, fucking move on. You know what I mean? And a lot of people want to talk about the size differential. When Pacquiao's fighting guys 20, 30 pounds heavy, right, rehydrating 20, 30 pounds heavy before he, stopped letting guys do that to him. Nobody was talking. When Floyd was fighting Madonna, he was weighing man by 150. Madonna was coming 165, 168. Nobody was talking about that. So, it happens. People want to pick and choose, who they want to favor and who they want to make excuses for. I'm not making no excuses for nobody. If you make the weight, whatever you rehydrate up to, it is what it is. Canelo been doing it for years. But, three people he need to face, in my opinion. I think one of them, in no particular order, Chris Ebanks Jr., which was ordered by when Daniel Jacobs had the regular WBA. Ebanks Jr., opted to duck Daniel Jacobs and go another route and fight somebody for the British Commonwealth title or some bullshit like that. But I'm not knocking him for that. It just, the money wasn't worth it, the risk. So I can't knock him for that. For his competitive nature, I can though. But if he felt like he wasn't ready, he wasn't ready. But he talks a big game. He talks a lot of shit like he's ready. There's some talent there, some power there, but he's still raw. And Chris Ebanks Jr. in some departments, and a guy who is polished as Danny Jacobs is, and who's riding the high as Danny Jacobs is, it could be a hard, tough uphill fight for Chris Ebanks Jr. But he has some amazing raw athletic ability and some good body, some good boxing traits. I love his uppercut. I love him to short it up and not throw it so far. And some good punching. He's a little wild in there, but he's a good puncher. Throws good punches, commits. With each punch, punches through the target. Very athletic, very fast, and he's just tough as nails as well. Like his old man. So, I really would like that matchup with Jacobs. Then you can go to David Lemieux, who has arisen from the ashes after Triple G knocked him out to be one of the fan favorites out there after icing Curtis Stevens in a fun, fantastic fight that lived up to the billing, and it was a straight shootout. And, he's a guy that, I would love to see Jacobs fight. With people talking about Jacobs' chin vulnerability coming into the Jacobs fight, coming into the Golovkin fight, and I talked about it, and I told people when I seen John Molina, get knocked out within 10, 20 seconds with Antonio DeMarco, get knocked out before that, and then go toe-to-toe with Broner, go to war and eat some of Lucas Matisse's biggest punches, who was the biggest puncher in the division. I say, shit happens. You can't put that indictment and put it all on his chin. Different strokes for different folks. Some people knock you out with punches you don't see. Some people, knock you out with counter shots, or some people just have certain powers and to hit you in a certain way. So you really can't judge a person's performance off a couple, knockdowns or knockouts in their career. You never know physically how they was feeling. But David Lemieux has that one equalizer that would make the Danny Jacobs fight very entertaining. That's a very entertaining, high-value fight with Danny Jacobs stock at an all-time high, with David Lemieux stock at an all-time high after the Curtis Stevenson. That's an entertaining fight. That's great for the fans, in my opinion, that everybody probably would want to come out and see. And the number one would be the Canelo fight for him. I'm putting that one in order for sure. That's the fight that everybody want to see. If you can't get Triple G versus Canelo, why not get the next best thing and have a barometer for to match Triple G's performance with Daniel Jacobs? You know what I'm saying? With Canelo, I think that's an awesome fight, pay-per-view worthy fight. I think Canelo will want to show people that he's a different type of caliber fighter than Triple G. And I always thought he was the more skilled type of fighter, and I always thought that he would beat Triple G. You ask anybody that knows me or talk boxing, people say I was crazy. I just like his skill set, and Canelo Alvarez. You know, if his stamina's up to par, and he can handle the power, which I think he can. His punching output, his combinations, his counter ability, how slick he is, his defense, his uppercut, he just has so many different facets to his game. And I'm not even going to hate. What Daniel Jacobs could, expose him with his height, reach, length advantage, and his boxing ability and his ability to move. And that would be an uphill battle for Canelo, style-wise. Two different styles than Canelo and Triple G for Daniel Jacobs. But I think this style matches well with Canelo, and I think he can do very, very well with Canelo. And I think he might be the favorite in a lot of hardcores. Not at the Vegas box office. He wouldn't be the favorite, but I think in a lot of hardcores he would be the favorite after that performance.